So shout out to Austin Evans for posting this on YouTube, but it's from the Xbox event yesterday. And to be honest, it is kind of strange. So the Xbox Series S is saying exactly the same. They're discontinuing the black version. It's just going to be the white version. No disc, no nothing different. Everything inside, for the most part, is going to be identical to how it was before. They're just continuing it, which makes sense because, again, it's a very good price tag. Not only for an Xbox, you can also use it in dev mode and get, you can emulate different games. You can play old GameCube, not GameCube, but you can play old games like Game Boy Advance, SP, DS games, etc. Right? It's a really good Atari 64, whatever. It's really good for that reason, right? So there's no real reason to change it, okay? For what it is, it's exactly what it needs to be. The Series S is where things get a little interesting. So now the Series S is going to be all digital. And, as you can probably tell, it is now completely white. That is what the Series S now is Series X is going to look like. It's all white. So they changed the color from black to white, and that is a new thing. No more disk drive, same exact device. Now, Austin does talk about in this video how not 100% is it confirmed that it's not going to be changed inside. They might change the chip inside to be more similar to the PS5, but for the most part, it's going to be the exact same device. Which, I'll be honest, the Xbox Series X doesn't really need an upgrade either. I know when I'm playing Fallout, for example, I play Fallout 4 a lot with Series X, and it does crash a lot, but that also is mainly because, you know, it's Fallout. This is how it works. Fallout games has always been glitchy and buggy, so I'm not really going to put that too much on the Series X. But again, we're now at a point where it can run most games, if not all games, the Series X that is, at 60 FPS, 120 FPS, 4K settings, and there's no problem at all. So I don't really see a reason why it needed an upgrade, in all honesty. Changing away the disk drive makes sense because we're now at a point, I feel like, for most people that we all go toward digital media and we're not going toward physical media anymore. So it does make sense to kind of, boot that out of there. There's no reason to have that in there for no reason. Now, there is another edition of the Series X, which obviously 1 terabyte for $449, you save $50. You don't have to deal with a disk drive. That's cool. But then there's another edition, which is this edition right here, which is a lot more expensive than the $449. I believe this is $599. So $599, you get a 2 terabyte hard drive. You also get the disk drive. You want the disk drive. Has a very weird color scheme to it. And again, we do not know if this is going to be updated at all with a 6, with a different chip or not. But for the most part, there isn't really an upgrade here. It's more or less just, hey, listen, we're changing the color scheme, getting rid of the disk drive, and changing prices. Now, there will be a PS5 Pro that comes out sometime within the next couple months, and that's going to probably change up the whole game. But again, I feel like for the most part, if you're going to get into, and I'm not trying to get into the whole console slash PC, back and forth here, but I do feel like there is some perspective here where you guys start looking. If you want to have that crazy, insane gaming perspective, then you probably want to just build a PC. Because for what it is, a console game can run 120 FPS, okay? And run in 4K settings and be perfectly fine. Other than boot times, which boot times aren't even the console, it's more about the SSD, which you can upgrade. That's how fast the game will boot, is based on the SSD. There's really nothing else you need to upgrade in these consoles. Like, every game that comes out can run at 120 FPS and be fine. If you want above 120 FPS, then you're gonna probably want to get a PC. But even then, if you want above 120 hertz, you're not going to be gaming on a TV. you're going to have to game on a monitor. And then those monitors cost money. So I think this is fine. I really believe, truly hearted here, that there's nothing wrong with this refresh. I think this is a perfectly okay refresh, because I don't think there needs to be an upgrade, right? I don't think there needs to be an insane upgrade. Now, the PS5 Pro, I think, is going to go crazy out of the water, but how much is it really going to fully take advantage of that new hardware? That's something that we see with the iPads, for example. iPads are getting the M3 chip, the M4 chip, but at the end of the day, the iPad software, iPad OS, cannot fully take advantage of the M4 chip, or the M3 chip, or the M2 chip, or the M1 chip. It can't. You know, I have like a M3 Pro Max 16-inch MacBook. That could fully take advantage of the M3 Pro Max chip. It won't on the iPads, no matter what chip you give it. So, I'll be interested to see how this ends up working out. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.